Welcome to the Cosmic Busker. My name is Bobby Cody. This next video is going to be similar to a handful of my previous videos. In essence, it's going to be an outgrowth of a 1 hour long video that I did. That 1 hour long video that I've previously done is called Science and Religion Merge, Our Artificial Solar System as a Message. In that video I present several puzzle pieces that I essentially bring together at the end of the video. The puzzle pieces that I do take a look at, I don't go into too much depth on them, and what I have been doing in subsequent videos is expanding a little bit on that information wherever necessary. This current video right now, I'm going to be taking a look at the Earth. In particular, how the Earth came to be. In my previous 1 hour long video, Science and Religion Merge, I hypothesized that there had been a planet between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars. That's currently where the asteroid belt is. The asteroid belt is a whole bunch of shattered rocks that orbit between Mars and Jupiter. Some past scholars and small minority of current scientists hypothesize that there was a planet that existed there, and that planet got destroyed, exploded. Something happened to destroy that planet into tiny little pieces. Those tiny little pieces are the asteroid belt. It's my hypothesis, certainly not the first person, although I can't really trace previous scientists who have hypothesized this. It's rare. I'm certain, fairly certain I should say. It's my intuition and combined with research that makes me believe that our Earth was essentially a much larger planet in that asteroid belt. That planet got destroyed, and our Earth is the largest piece of that planet that broke off, went into its own orbit. Subsequent research that I have done on this only serves to prove that it could, I'm along the right track. Essentially, every little piece of information I say, yeah, this fits right into this hypothesis, so does this, so does that. So towards that end, I'd like to take a look at a recent article that was done in, I believe, I'll have to do this by memory, I believe it was August of 2018, the article. I'm going to provide a link to the article down below so you can take a look, verify I'm right or wrong. The article talks about essentially what is the Permian extinction. I want to go into a small bit of detail real quick so that I can put this into a better context. I propose that it was about 240 million years ago that this planet in the asteroid belt got destroyed by whatever means, and that the Earth was the largest piece of this planet that shot off, eventually settled into its own orbit and became the Earth. So under that hypothesis, you'd have to take a look, okay, what happened 240 years ago, why do you say that, etc., etc. Well, 240 million years ago, there was, for the first, or one of the rare times, all of the planet's land masses were one continent. It was one continent, and the rest of the Earth was water. So I decided, okay, let's see what happened around that time, see if we can get more supporting information. And sure enough, I found a lot of important supporting information. So I'm going to cut to this article right now, and I'll read significant portions of this article that seem to support my contention that the Earth was a part of a larger planet in the asteroid belt, and that there was great destruction at that time and great loss of life. Let's go to that article right now, and afterwards we'll go into it a little bit more depth. The most severe mass extinction in Earth's history occurred with almost no early warning signs, according to a new study by scientists at MIT, China, and elsewhere.
The End-Permian mass extinction, which took place 251.9 million years ago, killed off more than 96% of the planet's marine species and 70% of its terrestrial life, a global annihilation that marked the end of the Permian period. The new study, published today in the GSA Bulletin, reports that in the approximately 30,000 years leading up to the End-Permian extinction, there is no geological evidence of species starting to die out. The researchers also found no signs of any big swings in ocean temperature or dramatic fluxes of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. When ocean and land species did die out, they did so en masse over a period that was geologically instantaneous.
I want to go over that one term from that article real quick before we return to the article. It says that the extinction was geologically instantaneous. Usually die-outs are preceded by tens of thousands of years of slow decline in species. You see the numbers go down, 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 down as the environment around the animals change or the plants change. They can no longer hold on. They slowly start to die out. When they say that the extinction happened geologically instantaneously, that means it's like boom. Usually they mean that it could be 1,000 years, 2,000 years is geologically instantaneous. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen immediately, overnight. Boom, the planet is smashed, everything's gone, or almost everything is gone. And that's where the evidence tends to lead. That this loss of life at the Permian was just like boom, all of a sudden 96% of all water mammals, 70% of all land mammals are gone. Boom. That's very significant. Let's return to this article and take a look a little bit more in the article before we finish up on that article.
The researchers found signs that the ocean temperature rose from 30 to 35 degrees Celsius from the base to the top of the 27-meter interval, a period that encompasses about 30,000 years before the main extinction event. This temperature swing, however, is not very significant compared with the much larger heat-up that took place after most species had already died out.
So that article also states that prior to the extinction that there had been a slight warming from 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. But it says that it was after the extinction and the calamity that befell the Earth, under my hypothesis, that there was a much, much larger heat up on planet Earth. It is my suggestion, my hypothesis, that this falls in right with what I was stating, that the Earth was part of a much larger planet between Mars and Jupiter, a planet that used to exist in the asteroid belt. That planet was destroyed, and as I've said over and over again, Earth is the surviving remnant of that planet. Much smaller piece, obviously, than the much larger planet that we used to be a part of. It's my contention that the heat up that they saw after that is a direct result of the kinetic energy from whatever destroyed the much larger planet that we were once a part of. And it's also certainly conceivable that the destruction pushed our Earth, the surviving remnant of this larger planet, closer into the sun, which heated it up. I'd also like to take a look at something that I looked at in the Science Merges with Religion video. This is a great tectonic plate movement video that was done by Mr. Scotese. I will provide links to the original animation down below. He did a great job on the animation, and I just want to narrate a little bit of the animation for you and point out some things that you may not notice that I believe fit in with my hypothesis regarding the destruction of this much larger planet that is now the asteroid belt, and that Earth was originally a part of this larger planet. So let's go to that animation right now, and I will give my own analysis of it as the animation goes on. Let's go to that right now.
We have the tectonic plate animation by Scotese. We're starting out in the Carboniferous period. That would be about 340 million years ago. You can see the number of millions of years in the upper left-hand corner. Please note the ice at the bottom of the animation. We'll see that go away fairly quickly as a result of the warm-up of the waters that we've already mentioned. So here we still have land here 280 million years ago. It's at 251.9 million that the extinction happened. So it's right about now the extinction happens. And boom, what do we see? We see all of the land masses becoming one.
There's one more piece of the puzzle I'd like to take a look at. That is what is known as Earth's tectonic plate system. If you don't know what the tectonic plates are, essentially the Earth, as you know it, is a sphere. However, as a sphere, it's made of different plates, the outer shell of the Earth. And these plates move around and they grind. It's what causes earthquakes. The plates meet. When they meet, they cause mountains. When they come away from each other, they can cause mountains to go down, to recede. So these tectonic plates on Earth are a major geological force. Our planet has literally hundreds of tectonic plates. We have not been able to find tectonic plates on any other planets, only on Earth. To me, this once again is further evidence that my hypothesis is correct. Once the Earth became a shattered remnant of that former planet under my hypothesis, it would have been broken apart. However, large pieces of the shattered planet that existed would still be pulled together via gravity. So you would have large planets, large pieces of the planet, all still close together, pulled in by their mutual gravity, and still, flying through space. Eventually, that gravity would bring them together. The rotation that our galaxy and the universe imparts would cause it to rotate and pull these pieces together until they finally created a sphere. But each of the plates would still maintain their own independent autonomy in essence, and that's what caused the plate tectonics. So in researching it, I did a little research on how many tectonic plates the planet has. We have hundreds of tectonic plates on our planet. It's comprised of 7 or 8 larger ones, 12 minor ones, and then hundreds of smaller ones. Whereas other planets have none to maybe 1 or 2. I've done some research where I've seen that they found evidence of tectonic plates on some planets, but it's not like ours. It's not like where they find maybe a planet cracked and they have 1 or 2 tectonic plates, but they weren't a shattered remnant of a former planet like ours, which would mean there would have to be hundreds of different plates stuck together as the Earth is. I just want to move on to, real quick, something about tectonic plates. This is an article I found that talks about other planets and their lack of tectonic plates. Let's move on to that real quick, and then I'll summarize it.
Okay, this is from Wikipedia. I just want to take a look at this one statement on Wikipedia before we take a look at the other article that I'm going to take a look at. As you can see here, Wikipedia states, including small ones, there are about 100 tectonic plates on the planet Earth. Okay, this next article is from HowStuffWorks.com. The title of the article is Earth the Only Planet with Tectonic Plates? The article was written by Mark Mancini in May of 2018. I will provide a link down below if you'd like to take a look at the full article. The article states, but what's the situation like on other planets? Do they experience plate tectonics as well, or is the phenomenon limited to Earth? Well, in this respect, our home appears to be kind of unique. Sure, other planets are geologically active, but we have yet to find an Earth-like system of plate tectonics elsewhere in the universe.
The Earth is unique in its tectonic plate system. Why is it unique? It's unique because other planets aren't the shattered remnants of much larger former planets like the Earth is. I've offered evidence regarding it for my hypothesis regarding the Pangea continent, all one supercontinent that I believe was a result of the destruction. All the mass on the planet, once it was destroyed and shooting off into space, all the mass congealed on one side, all the water on the other. I've also offered evidence regarding the largest extinction ever was at this same period in time. So if you'd like to do more research, I'm going to include some links below, including one that I didn't include in this talk. It's from Crystal Links. She's got a New Age issue. There's a lot of New Age information that she combines with science, so you can take a look at that Crystal Links Plate Tectonics link below. You can also read Wikipedia, which can be wrong at periods of times, but it can be good for just general information. In addition, I will provide a couple other links below, including to my original video, hour-long video, from which this one spawned. That hour-long video, once again, is called Science and Religion Merge, Our Artificial Solar System is a Message. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment if you'd like. You can argue as well, or support, either one. I welcome both supporting and dissenting views. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope to hear from you down below in the comments section, and be on the lookout for more videos I'll be producing in the near future. Thanks for watching.